Honourable members, I now propose the question, which is that appreciating that Article 37 of the Constitution guarantees the right to assemble, demonstrate, and present petitions to public authorities peacefully. Further appreciating that on Wednesday, 25th June 2025, order members. Order, Martin. I think in the induction we told you that however pressed you are, when the speaker is on his feet, you maintain studious silence. Further appreciating that on Wednesday, 25th June 2025, sections of the population participated in public demonstrations and protests in various parts of the country. Deeply disturbed in exercise of this great constitutional right, there were numerous cases of violence, arson, invasion into both private and public premises, attacks on innocent wananchi and security officials, most of police officers. And further deeply disturbed, the demonstrators destroyed and vandalized both public and private properties and infrastructure, including courts, administration offices, shops, business premises, homes, and supermarkets in various places in the country, including Nairobi, Kikuyu, and Olkalau, among other places, alarmed by attempts by demonstrators to end girls' schools, including the State House Girls, Nairobi. Now, therefore, this House, 1, condemns in the strongest terms the deliberate destruction of public and private property and infrastructure during demonstrations, including court records. 2, express grave concern over the repeated incidents of violence targeting civilians and public officers, including security personnel. 3, affirms and acknowledges the right of every citizen to demonstrate, protest, and express dissent, while emphasizing the need to protect livelihoods and property. And 4, calls upon the Inspector General of Police and the Directorate of Criminal Investigations to immediately and expeditiously investigate the acts of lawlessness and bring to justice those found culpable, including current and former politicians who are involved in the planning, mobilization, financing, and incitement of mobs, goons, and criminals. Honorable members, the screen is too small to accommodate all of you, so I'll use a show of hands to pick on those to speak. MILLIE ODHIAMBO.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for giving me this opportunity.
Everybody has 3 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, let me first of all offer my condolences to the family who lost their loved ones yesterday, the ones who lost their loved ones 2024, the ones who lost their loved ones 2023, the ones who lost their last one in 2022. Mr. Speaker, I have noticed that the media has forgotten that we also lost loved people in Kisumu. Maybe because they come from Kisumu, they do not matter. But I want to offer condolences to every family who has lost a loved one. Mr. Speaker, Article 37 guarantees a right to demonstrate peaceably and unharmed. And Mr. Speaker, I'm one of the people who pushed for that article in the Constitution, and I will defend it with my life. And that is why, Mr. Speaker, it was very sad to see what happened yesterday. Mr. Speaker, ODM and Azimio have become the experts in demonstration, Mr. Speaker. And Mr. Speaker, when we were doing that, we were called anarchists. Bare
fidelity to history.
Exactly.
You as truly here was with you in CORD and NASA.
Yes, Mr. Speaker.
So it's not just ODM.
No, I've said ODM and Azimio and NASA.
Yes.
And CORD and all those. But the constant one is ODM. Mr. Speaker, for me as MILLIE ODHIAMBO, I can't cheat you. I thank God that I'm resting, Mr. Speaker. I don't think people understand what it means to go to the streets. I understand when the Gen Zs are writing letters to their parents saying may not come back. I would tell my husband that because they didn't know I'd come back. So let us be. You called us names, Mr. Speaker. You called us names, you said we are anarchists and all that, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, but who is God? God creates balance. Mr. Speaker, you called us names when we were fighting for the same rights you are fighting for. Mr. Speaker, now, or that you said to be fighting for. Mr. Speaker, now instead what you are telling us is that Baba is eating and observing table manners. Mr. Speaker, if you can give me 1 minute, Mr. Speaker, because I was interrupted, or 2 minutes. Mr. Speaker, it's difficult to be Baba. You are damned if you do, damned if you don't. So, Mr. Speaker, we are only learning from the best. You have observed table manners since independence. Let people from the lake also observe table manners. For once, let us also observe table manners. And take over, and I've heard people saying that, that in terms of demonstration, you've overtaken Baba, that we've been lying, that we want to, that no. I am glad to note that you have overtaken us. Please do it excellently. But Mr. Speaker, I want to say one thing, if you would allow me. Mr. Speaker, as a women's rights activist, Mr. Speaker, yesterday I left my house, not caring for my life. I went to State House when I saw on social media that State House was under attack.
State House girls. Give her 1 minute.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. When I saw State House girls was under attack, Mr. Speaker, I didn't care for likes. I condemned when the policewoman was under attack. Mr. Speaker, we cannot allow such things. Mr. Speaker, where we are attacking women, and then, Mr. Speaker, today in the morning in the WhatsApp group of FIDA, I saw something very disturbing, that women were being removed from motorcycles, they were being gang raped, and they were being, even in our time with our excellence, even when we were infiltrated, that has never happened. Never. Mr. Speaker, I said this and people condemned me as a Christian. Come, let us reason together. It's not about who is winning. This country belongs to all of us. Thank you.
George Murugara.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, allow me also to...
Seeing the interest, I will reduce the time to 2 minutes.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Go ahead.
Allow me kindly to empathize with the families and the persons who suffered fatalities yesterday, their properties damaged. This is abhorrent. It has nothing to do with Gen Zs, because we know for sure these youngsters were out to express themselves, but some hooligans hired by unscrupulous persons invaded them and decided to take things south. Honorable Speaker, I think always we must be the role models and examples. Even now we've been told ODM, the members who are here, Junet Mohammed, MILLIE ODHIAMBO, are examples on how we should be demonstrating. Honorable Speaker, as I watch the leaders who went to the streets, including a former Chief Justice of the Republic of Kenya, and for once, I asked myself whether really this is what a former Chief Justice should be doing. I saw another former Vice President of the country, Kalonzo Musyoka, carrying a wreath to go and lay on behalf of those who had lost their lives. Nothing wrong with that whatsoever. But you do not lay wreaths on the streets to remember those who had passed on.
Order. Order, Jess Kambalu. Order.
You actually lay wreaths on the graves of those who passed on, not in the streets. So I wondered what Honorable Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka was doing, especially to our young people who should be learning from him, emulating him on how we should be properly doing our things. As leaders, we are role models. We are not there to incite young people, misdirect them, or mislead them. We are there to tutor them to rights and the paths of righteousness. So, with all that, while the Gen Zs were right, our politicians were not right at all, and this is the time they should be called upon to account. Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker.
Robert Mbui.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Speaker. I also condemn in the strongest terms possible the destruction of property and infrastructure.